Free throw's good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. It's Washington with the basketball. Short jumper stays out. Surveys the floor. Trying to cash in. Rebound taken by Parsons. Isaiah Thomas. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. That misses with a second to go. The Heat with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Heat put one in the win column with a solid performance. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. The Wizards couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Washington Wizards.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's what's coming up for the Miami Heat. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
beg man, shut up. Let me see you, darling. My lie, 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 like. My lie, 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 like. My lie, 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 like.
I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it one, just keep it one. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it one, just keep it one. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. See what? See what made the dream work. 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 You wasn't a road, down on my block. Now every day I'll be counting it out. Screaming your name and they proud of you up. This only be down when you walk. They say I don't Cali, but we be the best. Keep it above, but you keep it in less. Fight on my chest, so I keep me a bliss. I hope you burn, sleep in the nest. So that my chain, I feel like the Wallace. My whole family life a record. The way that I ball, my name should be spotted. I gotta make sure the money keep calling. Pop said it, boy, y'all ballin'. Couple of things that I need to sharpen. So they
We welcome you to sunny South Florida. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Jay, you know it. It's special here in Miami with 3 decades of NBA basketball.
Ed, the legendary owner, Mickey Arison, has put everything into this story.
Won by Charlotte. To Beasley. Down low, Cauley Stein. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Butler to bring it up. They trail by 2. And the finish. Slam dunk.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Slam dunk.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you headhunt.
Charlotte with the basketball. To Beasley. Sizing up the defense. That's going to be out of bounds. Beasley. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. He'll run the offense. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
To Butler. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Here comes the screen. Batum. Cleans it up. The Heat have the rebound. To Waiters. Willie Cauley Stein snatching it out of the air. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Nope. First one does not go. Knocks down the second after missing the first. To Nick Batum. The Hornets with 4 to shoot. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Cruises inside for 2.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
And the basket good at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Hornets have the basketball.
Screen coming your way, screen coming your way.
Pass stolen by Miami. Count the bucket for 2.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Baller into the front court. Up by 3. For 3. That out of his range and no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. The first quarter's complete with the Heat in front. One of those games, every shot seems to be going.
Substitutions. Substitutions.
Down to Cauley Stein. Won't go down. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Hits the trifecta.
It is extremely prevalent right now for three-point shooters because of the skill set at every position is that versatile. Even your 5s and 4s can knock down 3s at a high clip.
It's a world of great three-point shooters and great three-point shooting teams. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Beasley. Cauley Stein powers it through. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Hornets at the controls of this one.
I got ball.
Passed it off. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
The drive right to the basket, straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Pick up.
Off the assist.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defenders.
Ah, the monster stuff.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
And look out.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Has a chance. Off the mark. Unconventional to say the least. It's no good. Fires the three. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Heat with the lead.
The Heat will start the second half with a decent lead. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Miami Heat. The Hornets would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Charlotte Hornets.
Game track. Missed threes.
The Hornets should really consider abandoning the emphasis on long-range shots, given how poorly they've been performing from beyond the arc. The accuracy is just not there in today's matchup.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us. And see you again after the game.
I'm here. Double team.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in.
The free throw good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Rozier with it. Looking to make something happen. Tough-looking shot there. Still get to to go down.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
I got ball.
4-3. That won't go.
In the first half, you were hot. I get that. Now, since you're not, it's time to start squaring those shoulders and getting those feet in the right position to actually allowing yourself to make a shot.
Nikola Batum. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
And count the basket inside.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
To Batum. And he'll go to the foul line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
Nikola Batum at the line for 2 shots. A career 83% free throw shooter. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Butler. Here's a chance from long range. Rebound taken by the Hornets. Rozier into the front court. The deficit is 6. Knocked loose. Here comes the screen. Rozier rocking the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Great defense, forcing the miss.
This always happens. You knock down a lot of shots in the first half, and in the second half, you start to lose your rhythm. You need to have the legs. Shoot at the pinnacle of that jumper.
Got it.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Butler. Jimmy Butler. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Now whistle, and Charlotte is going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this 3rd quarter. To Nick Batum. Out of bounds.
We got this. Let's go.
Substitutions. Subbing in for number 0.
Trying to cash in, add 2 points to the board.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Pass to the rim. That one's going to be out of bounds. Hornets right now in possession. It was right there. Burke with it. Leads 5. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. He misses. Fires the 3. That's not his range. It's no good.
Okay. I know you were knocking down everything in the first half, but that's not the case so far in the second. Maybe it's time to start executing your offense.
Gordon with it. The margin standing now at 7. And throws it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Over to the right side. Working it outside. Cleans it up. Oh, and a putback.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
I got him.
It's a turnover as they head the other way.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
And a throwdown.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
It's good. And one.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench. Because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Beyond the arc for 3. That's out of his range and no good.
When you have cold shooting like this in the second half, you have to find other ways to score than just relying on the three-point shot. Maybe try turning that corner off that PNR and getting to the rack.
Slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Stuffs it down with authority. Now the Hornets take the timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench.
Tickets for the next home game are still available at the box office.
Short jumper misses.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Team foul number 2, Charlotte Hornets.
And there's the foul. Gonna play this one out, even though it seems all but over in a 9-point game.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
Misses the first. Oh, he missed on a pair. From long range, not getting the bounce. Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Heat with the victory as they take care of business at home. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Heat added a win with today's solid victory. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat. The Charlotte Hornets couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. The Hornets relied on these guys for their scoring here today.
Game track. Defense. Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here are the upcoming games for the Miami Heat. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
You look like you making a dunk mixtape out there. Catch it. The one putting on a dunk show tonight. They gonna need some new rims after the game. Finish your breakfast then. I like it. Next time do it like this. Your boy.
My girl. So you talking about what? I got nothing, man. I got nothing on no neck. No, straight like that, though.
Mike Wilmer.
Ain't got nothing for no nothing. Your post look in your eyes and I see, hold on, be surprised when you see nothing for no nothing. Nothing gets to me too close. Ain't got nothing for no nothing. Be doing the most. I was ducking. Me and my guy design your post look in your eyes and I see, hold on, be surprised when you see. Tell you wanna, you can't be the cops. I can't play myself out like that. Keep getting that dope. Counting mine won't be trying to get no on my note. I was down bad on my look, my dog like farmers go. Ain't been sweet, but neither is me, so my be 300 or more. I keep close bombs, but I don't boast. I know what it's like to not have that ain't gonna try me without saying I win it. Gonna disrespect the try my straight up fight that 6 ain't whipping on with you getting dismissed. I give a fatal Jada kiss.